What is going on, guys? Lexoid here, and yes, I'm back. It's been a long hiatus because of COVID, shutting down all the freaking movie theaters and everything else. All the aspects of life have been shut down. I don't know what else to say. But here we are with a new release of Mulan. It's the live action depiction of the story Mulan. Like the poem, the old ancient stories, kind of influenced by the animation, kind of not. Elephant in the room, yes. All the differences from the animation. There's no Mushu. There's no Lucky Cricket. I believe there's a grandma in this one, but she's not as prominent as she was in the animation. There's no General Shang. There is a Yao, but I don't think there's a Chenpo or a Ling. Maybe they were there, I just really couldn't tell. Among other things, it's different, okay? Let's just say that. It's really different. Now there's good things, there's great things in this movie. I'm gonna say the cliche thing. It's pretty. It's really good to look at. Costume design. The second act where Mulan is training in the camp, it's really good. I really felt like the change in morale when she's doing her thing and all the guys are watching. They're like, oh my god, look at her, she's so strong. And her will is so powerful. In this one, she's climbing like a mountain with like 2 heavy jugs of water and nobody else can do it. But hey, it's the same message. Dig it. There's a lot of diagonal camera angles and I really like it during the action scenes. It's different. Like there is no singing in this movie, absolutely none. But you can hear some elements and some hints of the old soundtrack coming in. Like I remember I heard reflections come through and I was like, oh my god, yeah, I hear it. No one's singing, but you can hear like, you know, instrumental strings playing in the background. It's really nice. And also another plus about the action, it's kind of like a Crouching Tiger-esque kind of thing, you know, people kind of defying gravity. It's kind of cool. I like that style. I liked that style before and I still like it now. And that's everything that's really good about the movie that I liked. Now, if you really like the movie, you might need to click out now because I have some strong opinions about everything else. Now, if you're still here, that means you also had strong opinions about it, or you had some comparisons between the two movies. That's understandable. You know, it's 2020, and these are Disney live-action remakes or retelling of stories. You can't help but, you know, compare. I went into this movie without comparing it. I was like, blank slate. I know there's no Mushu. I know there's no singing. There's not even freaking General Shang or Shan Yu. I get it, I understand, but I still. Alright, let's start from the beginning. First act, the setup. First act of every movie is to set up your characters. It's so rushed. I don't understand what just happened. In 2 minutes, Mulan is a child, and all of a sudden, bam, she's an adult. Okay, fine, that's cool. But then all of a sudden, she's going to the matchmaker scene, and then the whole dishonor thing happens right after that, you know? Then all of a sudden, the scene where her father's like, no, I'll join the military, you stay there. And then it cuts, and then it goes right to her being like, no, I have to be the one to go to war, save my father and steal his armor. You know, this is where you insert the reflections scene, but you know, it's not there obviously in this movie. The next thing you know, 20 minutes from when the movie started, she's already stealing the armor and running off to the training camp. That was really quick. It's weird because the movie's trying to be independent and not be so attached to the animation. But at the same time, they're kind of depending on you to know the animated or the old stories so you can connect the dots yourself, because they're missing some scenes. Next, there's a phoenix in this movie, right? Now, it's like a spiritual animal in this movie. It's not necessarily taking the place of Mushu, but also it is there at very convenient times for Mulan. It's never really fully explained unless you know what a phoenix is or unless you know the meaning of a phoenix being around. It's just gonna look like a kite flying around. No one else sees it, I guess, just Mulan. So I think it's real, I don't know. There are times in the story where like things just happen, the plot just goes, but the energy shift doesn't correlate. Like in the animation, for example, you know the girl we're fighting for? Like you take that scene, right? And they're walking along, they're all having a happy, jolly time, and all of a sudden, bam, they see the dead Imperial soldiers on the ground. But in this movie, they go from they're about to ride out to they see the dead soldiers. It's just doom and gloom the whole time. Like there's no change or shift of energy, so it doesn't have that dramatic effect that it should. All right. This is another big one for me, hold on. Okay, so there's 2 main villains, I guess. I don't know. There's one, Jason Lee. I forgot what his character's name is. He's not Shen Yu. But the other one's a sorceress. And this character right here kills me. I don't know what she was doing in this entire movie. Like, she's menacing, you know? She's crazy. You know, I was like, oh my god, you know, this could be something cool. But then all of a sudden, she's used as a simple plot device at the end. She has a character arc at the very end where it's like, oh my god, like, okay, I can kind of see where they're going with that, but it came out of left field and it came out so fast. That character arc was unearned. I can't spoil it, but she does a shift in her character, but nothing really led up to that. So it just like, it leaves you confused. Like I was watching it like, okay, I guess I can see why she would do that, but like that's because I'm just assuming a lot of things already. Like it doesn't flow with how her character evolved in the movie because we're missing a lot of steps. I think what this movie was really missing for me was, I had the same problem with Lion King. It's missing character, it's missing charisma, it's missing the charm. Like it looked great, it looked like a Bollywood play, it looked great, colorful, but even then I'm not getting the character interactions that I was expecting. Not saying I'm expecting the same as the animation, no, I'm expecting characters that really thrive and grow together, and there's a reason why they reach the character arcs they do in the third act. But like Mulan doesn't bond with almost all the soldiers. Like Yao's in it, but Yao's just, he's just a guy, you know, like he's not King of the Rock. I just didn't get those character interactions between Mulan, Commander Tong, Yao, anyone. Like it just didn't work, because those character interactions would warrant a certain character development or a character arc in the third act, you know? It just didn't work. I mean, there's so many things that they really could have expanded on. Like, I don't know what it was, like the story just, it really could have been a driving force and it just wasn't delivering. Again, I have to compare it to Lion King because Lion King looked great, right? But then the emotion, the charm and charisma just weren't there. And it sucks because Mulan holds a special place for me. Mulan is like my favorite heroine. If Mulan can qualify as a princess, she would be my favorite princess. I don't know, there's so many other things, but like, if you want to discuss that, I can go on forever, and I don't want to fit it into one little video because I was disappointed. I'm gonna give Mulan a solid 2 out of 5 because this movie really could have been a game changer with diversity, you know? It really could have been something magical, because when you think about Disney animation, when you think what could be made into live action, like I feel like this movie should have been a lot more fun. There should have been a lot more connection, you know? Like, I'm Asian, I should have loved this thing, but I didn't. I don't know. But again, all film is subjective. Maybe you might see it, maybe you might like it. Again, it's $30 on Disney Plus. I was just really excited. I can't tell you guys how excited I was for this movie to come out. Again, things I wish they did better. I wish they had character interactions. I wish they had better charisma, better charm, better character development. Maybe some better explanations as to why things are happening, like why is the Phoenix there? Why did the sorceress turn out the way she did? Flush out these characters. There's a lot. I mean, I understood there's a lot of messages they were trying to send. There's plenty of messages in this movie. Of course, the big one, if you know the story of Mulan, is that to be yourself. Is the message of being yourself and not being afraid of showing who you truly are, because that's how you are at your strongest. Meanwhile, when the original Mulan does make a cameo in this movie, she says like 1 or 2 lines in the very end. But it was really nice to see her, because like once you hear her voice, I'm like, oh my god, that's Mulan. I don't know, if you guys have seen it, let me know what you guys think in the comments, or just shoot me a DM and let's discuss, because like I want to know like what did you guys like about it, or what did you guys not like about it, because I'm really down to hear everyone's thoughts, because I had a lot of thoughts, I had a lot of expectations, and kaput. But yeah, stay safe, stay healthy everybody, and that's gonna be it for me guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this one. And as always, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all a little bit later.